love to hear your thoughts.
Hello. Hello, everyone out there.
Hello?
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Would love to hear your thoughts on sidereal versus tropical astrology. I've been seeing so much about each, and that tropical is wrong. There's a theme here about this right and wrong, right? Feels like it's different frequencies for sure. Would love to hear your take.
Yeah, I'm not an astrologer, so I can't speak from that lens. But my experience, like my personal experience, and then kind of just what I've evaluated from different people who have different relationships with it and talking to different astrologers, like, look, I think that there's a place for both and for everything. And I know for some people, one might resonate a lot more than the other. And so I think it's helpful information to just learn about and see what's resonating more. My friend Kelly Rowland, who I think a lot of people listening might know, she explained it to me, I felt like best. And I was like, yeah. And I forget exactly what she said, but essentially she said something to the effect of that she feels like, because she was like talking about her experience with it, and she's an astrologer. She was saying, when I first looked into my sidereal, I was like, wow, this really resonates. She's like, but at the same time, there are pieces of this tropical that really resonate for me as well. And she was like, I feel like it kind of depends on where you are in your, I don't know if evolution is the right word, but she was saying she feels like the version of us that is like the soul in a body having the human experience in the matrix world essentially is the tropical, and the version of us that's like there, like time doesn't exist, space doesn't exist, like I'm just a soul in the body somewhere here, like I'm outside of the matrix, is more the sidereal.
I just got chills.
Yeah. And she was like, and that's why people might kind of float in and out. She's like, people who are like really like no piece of them really plays the matrix game might resonate more with the sidereal, and other people who are doing more like earthy things that kind of plug into that might resonate more with their tropical. And she was saying that she's like, what, I feel like when I'm more in like kind of Capricorn energy and like I'm working, I'm doing earth stuff, I'm planning events, she's like, I feel like I'm much more in my tropical. She's like, when I'm like channeling and in the ethers, I'm feeling much more in my sidereal, and that makes a lot of sense to me. And so I think it's just kind of like what part of the game you're playing. And for me that resonated, because I'm like, well, my tropical resonates like very exactly. And I think also because I'm very much I like the human experience,
Same. So
I feel like it doesn't have to be an either or. I think both give helpful information, because I mean the tropical is like based on, I guess, the falsities of time, right, versus like the sidereal is like what's actually going on. But it's like, but the falsities of time are what we're operating within here. Like if we use the calendar year that we have here, so it makes sense to me that like that part of us that's playing here could resonate with that, and the part of us that's not would resonate with this. And then depending on where you're at, like if you're just like, yeah, I don't want to play that at all, then maybe fully that is what's gonna land for you. So I think both are helpful information. That's just my perspective. I know some people are very much one or the other, but what Kelly said really resonated for me.
Hot take.
Yeah.
Hi, Christina.
No, everyone wants me to be like, tropical's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Like for me, to be honest, my tropical resonates more.
Gotcha. I think that's true for me too. I've only looked into it like once.
Yeah.
But I think in my sidereal I was a Libra moon, so I was like, instantly no.
Absolutely not. Yeah,
instantly no.
That was the thing for me. Yeah, I was like, my sidereal just didn't really resonate. Yeah. And I know a lot of people whose tropical doesn't resonate and their sidereal, they're like, wow, like this really deeply resonated with me. You can also look at this with human design, like too. And then I know people where it's both. If for me, like, yeah, I don't know, the sidereal just didn't really resonate with me. So yeah, I think it just kind of depends on, I guess, your resonance.
Yeah.
And that's fine.